So you said so much in there I want to break down.
Yeah.
So we start with this. One of the things you said is that the importance of contingent workforce planning. And there's the idea that we can't just, sometimes we get notified of like, we've got a major new initiative or a launch or something, a new acquisition, and we need to do a lot of hiring quickly. And to do that on a dime is really hard. Tell us how contingent workforce builds up a bench for the company and how important that is.
Yeah, I think, and whether you have a program that's run internally, so there are those internally managed programs where you do have some members of staff in procurement, or they might be in HR that manage those relationships with staffing firms. Or usually when you get to larger companies like Danaher, we have a master service provider program in place. So we have a vendor that has a program management office that manages those relationships, that helps us be compliant, helps us have a process for time cards and for invoices getting paid and all that stuff. So I think having that structure in place, whether it's internally managed or it's through a partner, helps you be able to pivot more quickly. When I think about the internally run programs that I'm familiar with, they're usually pretty small teams. So you don't have a lot of bandwidth to jump out of your normal day to day and suddenly scramble with a part of the business that says, hey, we need to hire 500 people and we need them in 3 weeks. It's probably physically impossible, but if you have that partner, or if you're managing internally and you have the right staffing partners, if you go talk to them, they may be able to help mobilize that. You have your day-to-day staffing. I need somebody to fill in for this person that broke their arm and is going to be out for 2 months. And then you have, I need 500 people on a really short ramp. So having the right partners identified, even if it might only be an if I need this versus, when, I think it's important. So you can probably be strategic, even if you're still being reactive, by going through those scenarios and saying, okay, what can I do to be a little more strategic? But I think having the right partners in place, and maybe not always just being driven by having the staffing firm that a manager knows or that's down the street from your facility, but actually talking to them, learning about their capabilities and seeing about those big projects they've supported, so you do know whose door you can knock on when you need help.